Hey everybody. Antimony Engineer here. We're going to finish off Antimony today. And you know how I know that's going to happen? Because I looked around and I didn't see anything. Anything at all. You can't look if you can't see if you don't look. It's that simple, guys. So, here, let's just check. If we look over here at the alarm system, which I set up and then immediately neglected, maybe I rip all of this down and I turn this into more labs. Is that legal? I kind of feel like that's going to happen now that I've said it. Yeah. I spent a lot of work on this and I didn't do anything. Why is it saying we're missing Renea? We should absolutely not be missing Renea. Honestly, with the way the belt, everything's set up with material sorting, this serves as a pretty good alarm system as it is. I see that something is empty, and I know I got to go make more of it. How are we out of Renea now? Don't we have just entire... Are Kamuts eating that much? Ooh, that's a question. Where are you going, friend? You are jammed. Oh, so we do have problems. And this problem's name is... We cannot vent. We are making far, 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 far more biocrud than can be contained here. Okay, I guess we got some chores to do. Here, before we do that, though, I realized why my construction bots weren't being made. I've been patient. I've known the factory is sick, but there's actually a deeper problem. And you want to know that problem? The problem is me. I am so dumb. I am so very, very, very dumb. Just go do that, friends. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. I was not really prepared for a world where we still did not have enough Renea. But then again, it has been stopped on biocrud problems, so maybe that's just the issue. Maybe I should focus on that part of the story. Alright, so what can we do? Well, obviously we have to stuff a bigger vent in. Obviously the power plants aren't eating enough. Obviously this is an enormous problem. So, okay, let's clean it up properly then. The good news is, waste biocrud is an important commodity. I have a use for it elsewhere. Okay. Just start shoveling it in. Clear that belt. It's not free-flowing, so you need more. Another one. And unfortunately, we're only on one side of the belt. But that's still enough. That is free-flowing. That's good. Now we need a whale. Mr. Whale, it is time to do a job. You, my friend, will come here. You will fill your cargo. And then you will take that all the way up to waste biocrud, please. We had an idea. It wasn't a good idea. We now have another idea. And it remains to be seen whether or not this is a good idea or not. There. Come and fill your cargo, and you are already half full. What effect does this have? Oh, it's slowly draining out. Oh, this is because it moves at the speed of that guy. And all we have to do is wait until that gets here. Oh, it's rotting out as it gets here. Oh, is it going to catch up? Is it going to catch up? Oh, it just grabs some. There. Now it's using some, and now it's going to start flowing faster and faster because we're taking material off there and over there, and then we're inching towards the other claw as well. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we're not... It's all just backing up. Yeah, on this side it is completely backing up. Should I help it? Should I let the system try to recover to prove its worth? Because eventually it's going to reach all the way over here. Then it's going to start taking from the other side. And it's going to take a long time to drain out. I really should just let the system try to recover. Right? Yeah, now we're going double speed. And now we're going more than that. And it's just free flowing down to this point. And eventually it's not going to... We're going to run out. And this belt's going to be done. But this is the key thing. Shovel off this side of the belt. Maybe one of those cranes would be good here. Who could say? Yeah, it's not a inspiring percent of belt being filled right there. Alright, shovel it out. We're going to see it. It's going to get all the way here. All this lignin is going to be used. We are out of the age of wasting lignin. Okay. And now this is going to tick forward ever so slowly. It needs to go all the way out here. Days since spoilage wrecked everything, 0. Now here's the problem. Will this get there before that rots? Because if this, it has to get to this point right here where it has a chance of getting picked up. And we also need this guy to arrive. And that guy's trying to pick up blood meal. Okay, blood meal's on the way, but we need more of that. We have that on our list. Blood for the blood god, right? That's one of the things we do here. We give blood to the blood god. So I want to say this is infinite. This will create biocrud, and it's not being vented fast enough. It will not get to the vents before it rots. What we need is this to come online and start to pull on both sides of it. If it can get to here and we've got a constant pull, then maybe we can get some progress. But blood meal's on the way. So we're gonna suffer for a while. I think it's gonna definitely get to this point, but then it's gonna start just rotting in place. Same with over there. And so there's going to be eventually no difference between the biocrud on the belt and the soon-to-be biocrud, which is the lignin. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I guess this is why Renee is not being made. On the plus side, we're making some really fancy aromatics. We're not eating the entire belt, though. We weren't expecting to have full production coming here. Bank those aromatics. Bank them. God help me when aromatics fill up and we're reliant on this guy right here. To do everything. Will a splitter work here? Would a splitter just be better? Here, let's find out. Go to the right, and that's biocrud. Would this just be better? If we just do that, and then we do that. And then we have biocrud out right there as well. This is also necessary. Because it could rot right there. Like this lignin right there, that could rot. Absolutely could happen. So this looks like it's better. Actually, I think I've gained a level in this. This is a new way to do this. And I think it's just better. Yeah, now it flows really fast. And we're still at a bottleneck here, and they're not using enough. Really need this guy to arrive. Or else we're just kind of doomed, aren't we? Well, I think it's safe to say we don't need to make biocrud anymore. We have a biocrud maker right here, and it produces quite a bit. It has a shot of being used, but this is all just waste. So there we are. It comes full around. And this guy's coming. Alright, let's go check on my bot maker. Did my friend arrive? No, of course not. He is waiting for blue circuits, really. And blue circuits are waiting for diamonds. Blue circuits are made of diamonds. And we don't... How's the diamond production going? Diamond. It's very pulsy. We need to figure out why it's doing that. That crash out. This has to be biofluid. Alright. I want to see this guy to arrive and this start working. It's almost there. We're flying. Oh, they're both here. Okay, so they were both waiting for blood meal. Now we have 2 arrivals. And so we're going to see that break kick in. This break right here, which I put in intentionally. Then we're going to have another circuit condition go. We're going to actually watch and see if this is sufficient. It should be. This should be 1 a second. And then this should be 15 seconds. And this is less than 15 seconds. So, and the other guy's gone. And we're not calling for any food right now. So good. Now we're actually using everything. And hopefully, well, now we're getting mixed nuts, I guess. You should be taking most decayed first. All of you should be working under that principle. Maybe I just have to make it go faster. Like, forget being efficient with it. We need to just process this material before it rots. Like, the goal here is to get rid of stuff. It's not to be super duper efficient, right? I don't know what I'm doing. But I do know this is pouring out Renea, so the Renea problem's finished. I'm not going to look at this anymore. We are going to go back. We're going to deal with that. That offends me. Let's go find a laughter factory and then deposit these. Here, take those. Better music for our Zilipho, which I'm pretty sure doesn't even have ears. That's great, right? Oh, we need to speed mod the retorters making shale oil. I kind of realized that the other day. Right here. I found it immediately. Wonderful. You guys need to be sped. You need to be faster. There we go. Now you're making enough to satisfy existing vat brain requirements and also antimony requirements. So when I bring that out, again, probably on biofluid, it will be okay. So what do we have? Okay, we're up on gastrocapacitors. We were having problems with that just from from lack of blood, because we poured too much into blood meal. Blood meal's too expensive. True facts. Or gastrocapacitors take too much blood. Or we need a super gastrocapacitor, which is also something I think is probably true. Alright, let's look at our notepad from yesterday. Let's see if we remember what we found. We found that each one of these happy boys produces, when it's all taken together, it's 5.5, 38%. And then we have, what? 8 times 4, 32 of them. That probably gives us this number. That looks about right, right? Let's do that again. 5.5 times, that's not that number, times 32. That's this number. And then this is the pulp we have to process, assuming that nothing goes into circuits. And then this is the 58% we have to process, assuming nothing goes into circuits again. So these numbers are too large, first off, because circuits exist. And they will always exist. And they're going to exist in a higher and higher percentage going forward. Though we are cranking right here, and it seems like they're fully pressurized. Alright, so let's make some decisions. This will eat 40 pulp 2. Which means we need 5. We don't need this. So So we're just going to start here. 5 of you, come with me. I said come with me. And then we have a line right here, right? We'll just throw you down right there. And what is needed next? You just don't think. And then this is 40 down to 20. So we need, again, 1 for each. So we're doing a little more of a fleshed out sketch here. So if we're starting with 5, we need 5 here. And that doesn't need a via, it's its own via. All right, and that shoves down to 20. This is a concentration step. Wait a second. 40, 40. How does that work? Is this twice as fast? 5 seconds? 10 seconds? Okay, it is. It's twice as fast. All right. And then you take 20 in and put 10 out. So you are, once again, a number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just kind of how we're going to do this. And the scale we're going to do it. We're going to have to... Kerosene isn't used anywhere. Well, maybe it is. This is on biofluid, though. No, we don't do that. We don't do that either. That's probably on biofluid. That's probably on bio. We're going to try this on biofluid first, as is our tradition. Good. And that brings us to here, and we need 2 each for this, so we're going to need 10 of these guys. And then we have the entire rest of the space for these, which is going to be enormous. So, okay. You guys here are going to be a double. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be something like this, and we're going to make it work. You have the entire rest of the block to be worked. So it's going to look like that. Okay? Not really like that. Not permanently. Not for real. It's more for joke. Well, it's going to look kind of something like that. We'll make ourselves some more room. Okay, nice. Next up. We need to get all this stuff out of here. This stuff, the additives, will probably be regulated to right here, maybe. And then we shove as much of this over there as we can. We're going to have to figure out how many of these we need. It takes 10 in only. 10 a second only. So we're going to need 18 of these guys. At going full speed, which we're not. So maybe we start with 10. All right? And then 10 of these, and then 20 banks of these centrifuges. Yeah, whatever. Don't think about that. So right here, this is, it eats 10, and our production is going to be, how much? This takes 10. No, this takes more than 10, because this takes the low concentrate. So it's 10 low, so it's 50 low concentrate a second. It's 75 low concentrate a second. It's 125 low concentrate a second. And so we have to be able to eat that. So this is a little too much, but not a lot too much. That's fine. So this is producing just a pass-through. So we are producing 100, this is 100, 125 low concentrate. It becomes 125, 11% a second. And for 125 to get processed, we need 25 of these happy boys. And so we got to go copy something, I think. That's what we're doing. A big old copy. And then we're going to have to go get more of these. Our favorite buildings. I say that trusting that everyone recognizes this is one of my least favorite buildings. Whenever that comes out in a chain, I know everything's about to slow down. So it's going to be bigger than normal. You guys? Is this you? Yeah, this is you. And here we have 5 by 5. This is exactly what we need. So the setup here, all of the infrastructure, probably isn't real. Oh, we got horrible aliens. We got to put that on our list now. So this is going to be very expensive, what I'm about to do. Oh, maybe not. Maybe if we shift it over right to there. Actually, it should go lined up right here, right? This is our line. This is the traditional line. And we just align it wherever it will work. And I see that we're severing that pipeline. So just do that. That pipeline just got completely tanked. And we have a lot of pipes here we don't know what to do with. And this obviously has to move. And this is an enormous one. Okay, this might not even be what I want, because it might not have the right additives. Yeah, it's not what I want. It's just the right scale. Alright, so doing this was useless. Great. Xenos. So that's wonderful. Oh, we can get a Xeno upgrade if we want? Like, I have nothing else to do right now, and Xenos are next. So the time to get this is now, if it's really worthwhile. So let's interview it. Let's take a look at Xeno upgrade. What can we do here, friends? Adaptive phenotype. Allow Xenos to incorporate more of the host DNA. Allow them to use any level and species of hosts, any sex and age to develop their final forms. That sounds terrifying, so you don't need a moo anymore. Oh, and you get DNA polymerase out? I don't like that, because that's, and chimeric proteins? Oh. And more DNA polymerase. I don't like this, because those are now waste products, and while they'll probably be used, they can't be vented. So this is just kind of not usable. Because you can't vent the waste product. It becomes an entangled line, and we don't want that. This is not what we want. This is a big X. This is, don't take this. Anyone who gets to this point in Pyanodon should understand that this should not be taken. Sequential hermaphroditism. Xenos have the ability to sidestep parthenogenesis with the low genetic variables directing to some of them to change sexes during life to attempt to recover genetic pool or sexual reproduction. Okay, so 100% productivity. And speed. Double speed, double prod. I like this just on top of it. So we have to feed in dingrits. And we end up getting eggs. So we get a better egg recipe, looks like. Or maybe it's slow. It's pretty slow. That is actually really slow. And this recipe goes to... we need to add hydrofluoric acid. And then we get tons of eggs. Tons and tons and tons of eggs. And it's got prod on it. And that's in the repo center. Will this go on the repo center, or will it go on the Xenos? This is what I save before picking, because I have questions. So we lose the fish, and we add hydrofluoric acid, and we just get tons of eggs. I mean... I won't say this is good, but this is definitely usable. Like 100% usable. We'll be at this recipe forever on that, because it becomes just so super efficient. Alright, we're going to consider this. This is okay, and that's a question mark how that works. Hive mind. Insertion of the Arthurian's genes allows Xenos to have a collective consciousness directed by the... This is terrible. This is a horrible idea. Who can call back and give orders with shrieks and telepathy. More organization means less waste. The modification will allow the Queen to communicate with other advanced species, such as you, including terrifying dreams and religious visions, which may lead to the formation of cults with the Xenos as the godlike figures. Oh! Does it give prod, though? Speed, slow down, productivity up through to the stars. Okay. We have to think this through. Prod to the stars, speed at 5%, terrifying dreams. So speed goes down to 5%, but then gets multiplied by 6 because of prod, so it's like a 75% speed reduction at the price of having really, really good efficiency. This is an efficiency tech with nightmares and putting the world, if not the galaxy, at risk. I don't think this is worth it. I think this has a lot of flavor to it. It is interesting, but the speed decrease, the fact that it's just an overall productivity decrease, overall throughput decrease, because making little Xenos is not an expensive process. It's some bones, it's some moose. And then occasionally you throw in a pony too, because we hate the ponies. So I think we got to take this. And I think I will research this next. Here, do it. And then we're going to take, we're going to save, and then we're going to see what the prod boost is. If the prod boost is on the Xeno cages, then it's just clearly the best thing. All of this is wrong. All of this is wrong, and I should not have put it down. It's so much simpler than what I've done. I have ruined things for nothing, just like Thanksgiving. Speaking of ruining things, this probably still has to exist. All right, come with me. We have wasted time. We have wasted buildings. We have wasted thought and our place and purpose in the world. Right there is correct. So we are correct in that we need lines of 3, lines of 5. And we need 5 of these, and they will fit. But all you need is Dow froth in. Luckily, we have a line. It's a rather simple process, and we're just gonna drive that home right now. How we do this? We even be a little fancy about it. You know, everyone likes a little fancy. Okay. Oh, excuse me, flailing around. And like that. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, right there. Okay, right there. Okay, right there. Okay, right there. And we're just gonna trim the ends because we are civilized. And we're gonna copy. No, we're gonna. I could shove them together really close. I probably should shove them together really close, and then leave a via between banks. That sounds better to me. Let's do that. Just like that, like that. Like that, like that. Like, the hive mind just doesn't seem good to me unless I don't understand how it works. And if I don't understand how it works by just reading it, there's a problem. At this point, that's saying you need someone who is much more well-versed in Pyanodons than I am. And for the thousands of hours I put in this, okay, it's like over 1,400 at this point. If I don't know what I'm doing, nobody does. That's kind of an arrogant statement, but I think it is reasonable to assume that, expect I would have a grip on things at this point. And if I don't, it's not really my fault. Do you hear that, Mom? It's not my fault. Right there. Good. Good. And then we have a little space down here for use elsewhere. Here, let's go finish this off. Let's go fetch 15 more red centrifuges, which might not exist. Though I do have a tendency of just shoving tons of them in there. Let's see. Now, I'm leaving myself room here. You might be asking yourself, why isn't he using blue buildings? Why isn't he building with beacons in mind? That's expansion for later. I know I'm going to need more later. That's what happens every time later happens. Surprise, you need more. Are we still building? Are we building these bots yet? No. Still stuck on diamonds, essentially. We are stuck on diamonds right now. That is my next big arc, I suppose. I thought I had enough diamonds. I thought I messed with diamonds. Diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. I did in fact mess with diamonds at one point. However, I did not put... It's not even double. What is going wrong there? I gotta look at that. Just not now. We'll look at that after antimony is in, right? Then figure out what's going on. I mean, I should have gotten more pipe. All right, now, what did I ruin with this act? Kind of looks like nothing. Nothing was going through here. We're out on the edge. Okay, and we'll wire this up in a bit, right? Don't look at it. Don't think about it. It's not real. This will all change. Don't look at it. It's not real. It's going to be kind of a problem. I'm going to have to stack the antimony cubes on the line with the briquettes. It's like right here. We'll have to do a half line. Here, we'll just do it right now and let it start draining out for me. That's what's called smart, friends. Knowing you're going to have a problem in the future and then stepping in. Here, let's just drain it out entirely. Okay, he says by shoving more in. I want to try to drain this entire belt as much as possible. I don't think it's actually practical. So it comes down this way. I really want to loop it back as a temporary measure. This isn't real. Don't pay attention to it. It's not real. This is just a dream. Go back to sleep. Just slam it in there, and then it should circulate. And at least these guys will keep going. All right, don't worry about that. It's not real. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. What we need is to face out on the right way. And this is just a real easy throughput. There's nothing strange about this. Nothing's going wrong. Everyone can just be calm, and we can all just have a nice dinner, right? If we all just be calm. Okay, right there, right there, right there, and right there. Oh, we probably need power. We have better power now, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Okay. We didn't really do these blocks to a good or even a particular size. We have to do the exact same thing, but flip it upside down into the mirror realm. All right, now we trim. Now we trim. Okay, so we're going to have a low concentrate rail coming out over there, because this isn't the last time we see this. And then the number 2 in will eventually skip over. So let's just kind of sketch that out, I guess. Can we even do that here? I do not think. Well, we can with a consequence. All right, fine. And then right there, I should check back in on Renea just to look at it. And see if the biocrud... This is choking. Oh, it's not choking. It's not being used because now we are fully pressurized on aromatics. And I guess the waste disposal system now has sufficient speed. And this is now our primary biocrud generator then, I guess. It's hard to argue with that. Some slips through. It's kind of what we want, isn't it? Anyway, you aren't going because no blood meal. Okay, that's on my list. It's on the list, don't worry about it. And is... So Renea is moving at the speed of blood meal. I ran away like I was going somewhere. I don't understand. Why did I do that? And that, the question is, are we still feeding the kamouts to make the serine, or have we simply moved the bottleneck to another place? I believe we have simply moved the bottleneck to another place. Okay. We have Renea in small amounts. No, it's kind of overflowing. And the important part is we're growing a new Renea boost right here, which I can probably distribute pretty soon. Don't look at that. All of this is just lies to distract me. Don't look at that. The factory's fine. Don't believe anyone who tells you the factory is not fine. These people are demons. Never, never, never listen to a demon. Don't worry, it's going to work out. There's kind of a downside to this, isn't it? In that, it's kind of just a little too big. Is that a thing that I can say? Is that allowed to be said? Just a little too big. I know size is kind of what we do overall, but still, isn't this just a little too big? I wonder how, it is awesome looking though. This has great action on it. I love this. This building is wonderful. I'm not sure about this stack right here, which is, I think that you can do without this. We don't need this over here. We don't need this area obscured. It's taking more than it's giving. Does it make sense? Make sense? All right, so now we're taking 3, we're making 4, and we need pressurized air and aeroflot. Aeroflot is used where? Zinc, that's far away. Nickel, that's far away. All right, we're gonna have to start bringing in our additives. I have great fear about this, but I've had to drag out so many direct lines. I feel like I'm just lying to myself that we're not going to need more right here. But lie to myself we do. Aeroflot. Flot. Arrow? Arrow? Aeroflot? Bring it out. Just remember Chorecocks are coming. They are. They are. Chorecocks are coming. They are. You need to go down a little bit. It's going to be a little more complicated because we're going to need a 3 stack right here. Like so. And I'm probably not thinking about beacons enough. It's been too long since I last did this. Yeah, not thinking about it enough. Actually. There. Let me copy all this. All this be copy. There. That leaves space for a beacon. Easy. Easy. Okay. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop. Bop. And then you link in right here. Nice and tidy. And it all gets processed forward. Alright, that's great. And we need pressurized air. How much do we need? Basically nothing. So pressure pump, you will be in line right here. Why? No reason. And you'll be making pressurized air for me. There is 1 additive. Luckily very easy to make on site. And then we add in flot, which is another additive. Alright, so there's all our inputs taken care of. Now we just have to do outputs. And that's kind of awkward, unfortunately. So we'll just do this. And then bing, 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 bing. Easy enough, right? And right there. So the factory... Listen to this. It sounds like madness, but I fear it is true. The factory still has problems. And we have to get a rail going here. This is product rail. wouldn't have expected it at this point. But the factory still has problems. All right, these guys are done. This is going to be very similar to that. In fact, I think... Is it 2 out? Yeah, I think we just copy this. Just do it again. Leave a nice arena for beacons right there. To give myself options. Just take away that. Alright, we're going to have to bring in kerosene now. I think this is a mixed fuel line down here. I know we have kerosene right there, but this is not actually kerosene. It's mixed fuel. This can flip over to pressurized hydrogen, I think. Or something else. I could make it so it's not mixed fuel. But we're going to start with biofluid. How much is being consumed? 10, 50 a second. That's well within the ability of biofluid. At the moment, anyway. So you are bringing me kerosene. Thank you. Bring me all of this. Alright, so kerosene in, kerosene in. Fantastic. And then we need, here, it's just, you're exactly right. That's exactly what we're doing. I'm going to need more pipes. They're all tidy right there, and you need more pressurized air. How much? Not a lot. So we just put it in right there, as per normal. Good. This step now done. Right there for perfection. And we cannot have perfection. But we insist upon it. Alright, once again we ruin this pipeline. Once again we must pay the price. And that's just such a mess right now. It'll be okay though, we'll fix it. Alright, now we got these 5. Or 10 rather. We're going to have some space down here if we want to use it for this stuff, which we may very well do. Just for economy of space. So you, come here. Approach. So it looks like we have... So it looks like we're going to be doing something like this. You. And copy in a big V, and this is what we're doing. And obviously we're leaving a via right there. Oh, we also have to get this out. We didn't do that. Oh, also we have tailings out. Okay, we're not finished here. My bad. There is our actual product line continuing to accumulate. Now we have to get tailings out. Is there like a tailings line right here I can snap into? There is, right over there. Alright, so we can go over there if we want. Alright, this has stopped because of lack of briquettes. Why aren't you going, though? I understand why you're not going. Why are you not going? No Dow froth. Oh, don't do this to me. I thought I solved this problem days ago when I buffed chlorine. Dow froth. This isn't a real problem. Is that right there? Are you Dow froth? Yes. Okay, explain yourself. This is a clipped line. I ruined me. That's what happened here. I did this to me. This isn't real. Dow froth line. Identify yourself. It went this way, towards the bad place. Alright, right here, I totally wrecked myself. Got it. Check. Noted. Maybe I should have checked better. Maybe I should have been better. Don't know. Alright, there. And it springs to life. It springs... Okay. Good. Glad. Happy. Thriving. In my lane. Oh, we need more kerosene than that. So we need like 110 kerosene a second. That could be better, that could be worse. I need tailings. Do we deal with tailings anywhere up here? It's Dow Froth. You are not tailings. No. Alright, so we're gonna check the other side first. Molybdenum, do you do tailings? No. And you're stubby. Last check. Tailings right here? No. Okay, we're gonna go to rare earth to vent this stuff. So we're gonna go this way. Look at all the vias I've made for myself. Look how nice and easy it is to drag stuff around. Now we're kind of in a bad place. We want to go up. We wanted to go up a while ago. We want to go up right here. And we want to go over right there. Notice how I can't see anything that I'm doing? It's annoying. It annoys me. Now we go this way and this way. And now we find the exact place where we cannot plug in. But don't worry. For this we have pipeline. Okay, done. Good. So this is now completely done, in and out. Wonderful. Meanwhile, next time, at the stunning conclusion of our episode. What am I doing? It's so hard to say. It's like this, I think. Then we copy all this. We slam it down, and it doesn't fit because it's at the wrong. These buildings are wider, and I probably should have known that. All right, that's fine, though. All right, so this is our base on that side. And our base on this side is really kind of trivial. So this isn't a problem. I wonder why universal religion is lost. I wouldn't think it would be... Okay, it's not lost. It was just a temporary hiccup. It was a temporary setback on the way to God's greater plan. That is what we have learned. And that ammonia line's once again just getting annihilated. Stay calm. I know this looks like I'm ruining everything, but I'm not. I guess we have to do this then. I mean, have to do is such a strong statement. I guess this is what we're doing. We're leaving ourselves a lot of space. This is really unfortunate that this exists. Because I don't know where... Okay, I know where it comes from now. You went right there. And another one went right there. Because I didn't scoop it up properly. And now we have to do it again. As the ammonia line clenches. Preparation. Alright. That's fine, right? This is acceptable to everybody, right? Ammonia line still going through. Dow froth flowing. This is a little spaced out, and it's wasting a little bit of space, but I guess this is what we're doing. Kerosene line comes around. Why is it different on this side? Oh, because I never set this up right. Kerosene, yeah. Kerosene is... We want to go opposite-wise, don't we? There, kerosene's the far line now. Still, it was opposite way contrary-wise, and so we are doing just fine. Just follow the pattern and everything will be okay. In all things, walk the pattern. Okay, good, 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 not good, absolutely terrible, good. Now we trim our ends here to be civilized. There, we have one in. Trim our end there. That's not going to be used. So now, obviously, kerosene comes in here. We already have that additive on the way. Shove it down. Now we need Now that's going to be tough. Grease is going to be a problem. Give me grease. Right there. All right. So like so. Now, we have to get this stuff in. No, that was incorrect. That comes right there. That comes right in there. So nice to set up a long process like this. Instead of constantly having to call in the whales, program the whale, do all that over and over again. I don't know if my plan is working fast enough here. All right, and after all this, we get this line, this 11% line. That was the point of this exercise. And the 11% line comes over here. And it's just a simple process, right? With Dow froth, which we have literally right there. So we just plug in right there. Just come over and just do this. Just get yourself some froth. Here, all of you guys, extend your hand, receive froth. Right there. Right there. Okay, good. And now we have to trim this because we left them untrimmed, like an utter barbarian. And that one too. Anyone else in need of trimming? I'm liking the lack of side products here. That makes me feel good. All right, so this is our input, huh? Okay. And then like that. And then like that. Then we'll make a line right here. And it will be okay, right? And then paste. As I Tetris the block around furiously. And this is the actual line in. So beautiful. Like so, like so, like so, and like so. Okay. Good. 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 And then all this is right there, and that's in. So we have in, and now we just have to handle out and decide what we're going to do with this. That is fine. This is... Why do we have Dow froth here? Dow froth should be there. Uh-oh, someone wasn't paying attention. Uh-oh, it's all happening again. Okay, so Dow froth shouldn't have been there. Dow froth, you get flushed. Bup. And it did it right over here too. Congratulations, me. I did it consistently. This is the difference between consistency and precision. I was very consistent. I was not precise. All right, so we're coming here, I guess. Now that we may or may not have established the correct orientation of things. And the rest of the factory is probably just completely broken at this point, right? And our bottleneck is blood meal. This is not something I really want to think about. Yeah, and then down. I mean, the good news is it's just completely a liquid-liquid transformation. Those are pretty easy. All right, so we have done the entire block of Antimony 3, I think is the name of the tech. Timmy 3 is done. So we will get through this today. I'm pretty sure anyway. We're going to have to program a bunch of whales and yada, yada, yada. That's coming. You have everything you need and everything you need. And this just dumps it into 58%, which we can just smelt for antimony right off the bat. And that's a possibility on how we might go about doing things. It's starting to cycle. Good. Now, so we have 180 right here. See, 180, 58% coming in combined. And for that, we are going to need 18 of these guys. For every one of these, we need 3 of these. And, well, okay, these guys can be prodded. So we're not really comparing apples to apples, but it's hard to do that in this situation. You are fine. Don't look at you. So we're going to have to just kind of eyeball what the future will bring if we just kind of do a standard, just a standard normal prodding and speeding here. Now you're making 5 a second, and there's room for more speed, there's room for more prod. And now this is eating 5 a second. So now we are merely at 18 of these guys for 18 of those guys. Spoiler, we are not doing that. We are going to do this. This is going to be making this stuff in this square right here. So you are going to be absconded with. We're going to come down here. We're probably going to do like 14, maybe 16 of you. Yeah, this feels right. What is this? Oh, this can move. This can be better. This is, well, I guess not really better, but it definitely can move. It's right there. Things get weird. Okay, awesome. And then bank of 4 via bank of 4. And you need 2 things in. That'll be on 1 stack belt, 1 blow belt. And other than that, it's a liquid thing. So this is how I want you to look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And then we're going to have belt space coming this way, actually. There's no need to play around with it. Belt comes this way. We're not at the right depth here, but don't pay attention to that. We don't have enough flots right now. Don't pay attention to that either. We're doing this pattern. Up. And then you need an in and an in. And then we just grab all of this and we give a big H. We put it down, and that leaves beacon space right there. There's plenty of space. That works. Okay. And now we just repeat this pattern. Oh, wait. It has to be like that, which means you all have to get shifted over by 1. Wait, you don't get shifted over by 1. Oh, because you aren't matching it. There we go. Now it gets shifted over by 1. Never mind. Don't pay attention to me. Alright, so that's like that, and then we'll deal with the backfield when the time comes. We're just going to get pressurized air in from up there. We have plenty of pressurized air. So you go like this, and then like this. Well, you get everybody. This is an everybody situation. We put it down, and then we do that, and then we do this, and we do that. Okay, and we trim the edge. All right, so we're gonna make these ingredients right here. It's gonna be a shipping problem. We're gonna try to stay true to this ratio. We're gonna have to bring cyanic in. How much? A lot. We have a cyanic line, don't we? I seem to remember this, maybe? Gold? Is that gold? I kind of believe in that. Gold, Cyanic? No, it's not a line. It's just an additive. Right here, cyanic, or are you using sulfuric? We really are just bringing in cyanic, and this is using too much by a lot. Because we're gonna need this number. We're gonna need 14 of these right here. So this is gonna be like 3 blocks is what we're gonna end up doing, and that's gonna end up being a lot of all this material coming in. And a lot of cyanic. I mean, a titanic amount of cyanic. Probably like 500 a second. That's bad. Let's not worry about that for the moment, though. We're going to instead worry about something else, which is trying to draw this line. No, it's going to have to be a fresh line. I got to go get it. All right, it's fine. We have a cyanic line at coal, which is right here in front of my face. This is probably not producing enough. Just flat out, just all by itself is not enough. I don't know where it's going, but it's also coming with me. So this is going to be a concern. Oh, it's a concern immediately. We are pumping it because it's going towards a consumer. Okay. And it's a nice straight line. So at least this isn't difficult. Right about here somewhere, there's our cyanic. We'll have to do a little curly Q to get down here, but that's fine. Let's finish this off. Let's go get another pack of red flots. And then move forward on this. And I want to get this additive, these solid additives, these intermediates cooking as soon as possible. So, who's got those red flots? Right there? Is that all we need? Let's take more. They're not being made anymore, so... These are kind of unique items. We're going to have to deal diamonds again. I don't want to do that. This might be just drawing additives down. And again, I don't want to do that. Alright, we're just going to sit this here for right now. And we're going to work on these guys, because I want both of these guys working. It's just going to be a single line, and it'll be fine. Alright, pick up, get hyped. What we need now is we are one belt in. Well, it's not being sped. I need that back. Then speedy, 5, 3. Just trying to get rough ratios down. It's never going to be right. Times 18. That will be fine. It'll be close, but it'll be fine. To be able to supply all of this on half a belt. But is that too close? Do I need to do them both on one belt? It's times 18. Or 14. We're going to... there's going to be more stacking, so fine. It's going to be like this then. It's going to be like this. As I rant to myself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably teams of psychologists out there trying to determine what this idiot is mumbling about. We understand its words. It might be the key to a hidden language somewhere. Just being studied. Trying to follow the train of thought. Spoiler alert, it's not actually there. It's going nowhere. The train of thought is not going anywhere. So right there, the train of thought is derailed in the station. Alright, so now we got 4. Now we gotta fully finish this off. I'm not going to put that belt down because we have to do another one, but whatever is happening, we know it's going to be like this. So just everybody, just calm down. Just LOL, calm down. And we're not lined up correctly. That was 2 beeps. 2 beeps all by itself isn't terrible. It's if the beeps continue that it actually becomes terrible. Now, here's the part where we run out of plan, basically. We want none of this. Alright, so we're going to have to go get a bunch of red mixers. I probably saw that coming, right? And then the feedstock comes right here. You get picked up, you get picked up. And we need one of you. Probably right here. There's an important reason why it's right here. To be continued on that. Alright, we gotta get rid of this ore. That is simply a truth of life. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. Good there. Good here. Good everywhere. And the stuff will get shoved over here somewhere. And this is my problem for the moment. Alright, wonderful. Ish. So, now, what we need is just grab you again, I believe. And that belt is definitely not going to be going that way. And we'll overbuild on this. Yeah, you think? You think? And then we'll do a belt balancer right here because it's going to be on both sides. There. And that'll go like that. And we need like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 11 mixers. And then this will come down like this. And good enough, right? Good. And then power should probably be right here, but that's not going to get everybody. So I guess power has to be right there. No, it doesn't work though. Power has to be right there. Power kind of has to be right there, but it doesn't. It leaves giant gaps. Or I guess not. So like right there is maybe the best. Maybe I should move Dowfroth again. I don't know. Know what I'm doing, I do not. Then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So scooch over. I really should send the whale out before I do this. And then like there, and then over, and then up, and then over, and then up. And then it gets in. And then we have product out. Alright, we need a whale. It's whale time, my friends. We are making 5 urea, 2 sodium carbonate, and then a lot of cyanic acid. It's kind of primitive, but we're way far out. We're probably going to need multiple whales on transport duty here. And if we do have multiple whales, why don't we just have one get each cargo, and it'll be faster for both. And it will be faster for both. Problem is it's not even. No, it wouldn't fall evenly. It's a good idea, but I'm going to do a dedicated whale and see what happens. Add destination. It's a long way to fly, unfortunately. We need sodium carbonate, which is in the 5 stack right there. Load items until caravan has sodium. Oh, we didn't do our number. It's 9,000 divided by 7, which is 1,200, which is actually quite a lot. 6,000, 2,400. And then we go and we get urea right there. Load items, urea. We clicked on aerial caravan. That's real bad. I wonder what would happen if I didn't notice that. I would probably have a very bad day. Comparador equals go. Unload until target, unload until target. Up, up. Then 2400, and then 6000. All right, go. Go and be blessed. This is probably a bad plan, what I'm doing right now. And I persist in it, which is the inability to learn coming back to haunt me. So what do we do now? We have input in. We have sodium. We got to hook up the liquid then. All right, let's get cyanic hooked up so it has something to do when it gets back. Oh, we have to finish it. Good. All right, done and done and done and done. I really wish we didn't need so many of these, but to be fair, we probably don't. And I'm, once again, overbuilding substantially. Would you expect anything less? Well, if you did, you might not have the best pattern recognition skills. There. There's all the cyanic in the world for the moment. Oh, and we have to speed you properly. Which, I mean, I think for right now, that means you right here. 5-3. That hits all of these guys. Actually, we're doing this wrong. I need to go right here, I think. Right here. And it gets everything with those 3 ranks. And then we'll get those 3 ranks right here, I suppose. Right there. Okay, good. All right. Excellent. And then just kind of hook that up properly. How about we do that thing? Right here. Then to over. And then up, 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 up. Okay. 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 So we need 11 mixers. Let's go get that. It's good to see these finding a home as I make the transition to blue everything. Over here, and then mixers. We probably have them in stock. They're a very popular building. I probably don't need that many, but here we are. Oh, I need pipes while I'm here. Gonna use them. All right. How are we doing on time? We have enough time to get through this today. And then antimony will not be a problem that haunts us ever again, hopefully, until it does. Until this thing jams for some reason, I have to come back. Speaking of things jamming for some reason, let's go take a look at Renee again. It's just so expensive. But it did run eventually at some point. We are making some aromatics. It's nice to be completely flooding the system with that. I wonder if there's ways to flood it more. I haven't completely traced the pipe. Oh, we're waiting on not. Now we're waiting on growth hormone. Ooh. Ooh. You have all the alien bacteria you need. There's no excuse, friends. This needs glassware. Oh, did I mess up glassware? Do I just need more transport? It looks like I have to build in more glassware makers. Just make a note of that. More glassware production plus transport. Okay. That's a good note for tomorrow. Let's just add other things. We need more diamonds. And we need more blood. It remains that one of the greatest tragedies of the modern age that this is not proddable. And this is not proddable either. Oh, we're stuck on stoppers. Alright, so blue this, speed it, and then possibly add more. haven't had... This is a very old part of the factory. I'm not surprised, and I'm not really all that mad that we're having trouble here, because it has been a good boy for so long, you know? Oh, we're not doing quite this, right? We're doing something like this instead. Sorry, wasn't thinking right. It's like this instead, and that's on half of the belt. And then we're going to make the other stuff right down there. Okay, good. Good, I remembered. Good. I have thoughts in my head. Good. Still human. And then right there. Right there. Okay, and so these guys go, and I don't know how much of this we need. It makes so much faster than the other one, and it has to be prodded, and it has to be sped, blah, blah, blah. You need yellow dextrine 0.1. This makes 5 each, or it made 5 each before I did that to it. It made 2 each, never mind. So each one can supply 2. And that's before prod and speeding. So let's just do a single line here. Actually, are we done? Yeah, we're done. What I'm extra special happy about is none of the spoils. Alright, so we're going to do something like this right here. And it's going to put on the far side of that belt. So this is going to be our out. And it's going to curl around that way, and we'll figure it out. But this is the general idea of what we're doing. We have to bring in Nexlet and starch. And it's actually quite a lot of Nexlet that we have to bring in. So that's going to be that problem. All that is good. So we just kind of drag you across and grab this. Can't do just one. So instead we do 2. Alright, and so that's making 5 a second. This is making more than enough. It's eating a lot of material to the point where I think we need 2 belts. Do I do the cursed weaving belt? We don't really have the space for it, do we? No, I guess we always have the space for the cursed belt. Okay, I guess we do that. And it's just shovel it in, shovel it in. Kind of want to flip the script though, right? It's right there to right there, right there to right there, right there to right there, right there, right there, right there. And we are making no progress towards intelligent unit. We're just working on factory. Working on factory core. Is that enough space? Not really, no. So it'd have to come from up here. Here, we'll just give it more space on this line. Just drag it down a couple spots. That'll be enough space for whatever we need to do, right? Sure. I believe. So next, we need you. Probably to be like right here-ish. Actually further up-ish. Let's get our normal thing. You're going to be right there, and there's going to be another one right there. So we get this, and we put it in so it works like that. And then we just make this work however it has to work. You know? Alright, time to dump molybdenum once again. This represents the last hard bit, right? Or stage 3 of like a 8-step process, and the last steps are just simple. Except for this, which needs tons of centrifuges. Okay, that's not hard. It just means I look at it and I'm angry every single time. And the question for the class now is, do we have a hot air line somewhere? You are going to be Nexlet, and you are going to be Sturch. Nexlet will be blue, so that'll be over here. And starch will be not blue, so it'll be right there. So red. And did I do this right? I did. Good. Go me. Alright, we need to program this whale. We need 10 Nexlet, 5 starch. That's a lot of bulk. 10 Nexilet, 5 starch. That is, our number is now 15. So we want 9,000 divided by 15. That's 600. 6,000 Nexilet, 3,000 starch. If I had... Okay, it's going. And we just dumped the first wave on here and now we're just done. Yeah, we probably are going to need more transport on this. Probably is certainly 100%. Whale hungry. I'm going to have to go get more whales. This is fine for starting, though. I tell myself, coping furiously. Alright, now I want you to go to get Nexlet and then starch. I'm not sure if we have enough starch, but I'm pretty sure we have enough Nexlet. And we have more Nexlet production coming. So that will also be good. Starch is right there. A lot of low-level stuff here. And you come here, circuit condition, comparator equals go. Unload until target, unload until target. 1, 2. Go and do it. Alright, so that's on the way. We fixed that up. We're done with this. You doubtless will need more. You might need more. But for now, this is what we do. 4 hands is a lot, though. Alright, there we go. That gets that in nice and weaved and proper. And then we have out, which we just decorate right here. Then we have to go find hot air. I really hope we have a hot air line around here somewhere. But offhand, I can't think as to why we would. This really isn't making that much for all the material that gets put in. Anyway, it's got room for growth. That was built into this system. It looks strange, but that is in fact exactly what I intended when I did this. Alright, so hot air line. Hot air is used in lots of stuff. Probably over by glass. Glass isn't that far away. Yeah, I kind of believe in that. Or over here. Where are you used in casting? I know we have a hot air line right here. And I have to remember that is a fuel line. That is not a kerosene line. Do not look at it and get excited. Right there. It's a hot air line. Exactly where I need it to be. We will continue it on its noble journey across the no man's land here into the horrible forest. Actually, right about here is where we should turn up, because that's the line I'm fighting up there. So we've probably gone too far. Alright, what we need. You delivering? Good. I'm not sure if it's delivering fast enough, but we're going to see. The only real constant here is that things are going to get more complicated. And who would... Oh, what's this? No friends, no hanging pipes, no causing me problems. No problems, please. No problems. Do not want problems. Okay. Okay. What is this? It's not a kerosene line as much as it's masquerading as that. It's kind of taunting me, isn't it? There we go. Hot air. Beautiful. Shared infrastructure is the measure of a good factory. That's how you know you're doing your job right. Alright, so you've got your hot air. You've got your supplies coming in. We have all this stuff being made. It'll get chucked on this belt. It's all going to be on one side. It doesn't matter. It's all going to one side. Okay, good. So this will finish off this area. This might be a problem. I might have to resort to actual old-style power lines. In fact, yeah, I will. Because it just can't make it in like it needs to. It can't perform. There we go. Oh, and we're not at the right level yet. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's quite bad that we're not at the right level. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I messed up. All this stuff's got to get picked up. No. Well, maybe we can leave it where it is. No, we can't. That's touching the belt. This is a have some pride situation. Pride is not always bad. I would argue that it is frequently good. It can just be overdone, just like all else. Okay. There we go. Now you go with that, and now I've got all this stuff, which I just distribute. Good. Okay, good. And you're super sure this isn't used anywhere else. And watch them make another use for this and just absolutely mess with me in update. That would be funny. I have to admit, on a certain level, I would laugh. Not going to be pretty laughter, but it would be laughter. Why did I do that? That was, once again, me pressing the wrong button. Alright, one more time. Yeah, that's one of those things you have to really watch out for. The difference between happy laughter and not happy laughter. You'll definitely go a lot farther in life once you can tell the difference between the two. Okay. 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 Pick it up, pick it up. Okay. Okay. Then we just need to hook this together. I guess we do that here because it's so easy. And we'll... This is what? This is the input? So where does the input come from? It comes from over here, doesn't it? This is our output of this last step. It's the 58%, and we have to bring down another line of this. Just keep that in mind. It all joins up right over here. So, why are you stopping? Why are you stopping? You are not allowed. Because we're jammed up on pulp 2. Because we're not processing it here. Alright, I understand that. That's okay. And then just right here, and we're going to add another void. Because that's just what we're doing. And then down here, the input is the 58%. So we're going to here, and we're going to have to do that thing I mentioned yesterday, which by some miracle I managed to retain. We need this to hook into that line, but we need to underflow into the system. We need to use this first with preference. Underflow less than 20. Then we use this stuff that's coming off here. Or else we run the risk of everything jamming up and not being able to make circuits. And that would be bad. Any kind of jam is bad. All right, so we have that. Now we need the pressurized air, which is quite super simple. And just, well, maybe not. Maybe we do this right here. Then we're going to put in another one right next to it just for kind of aesthetic value. It says 400 a second. This needs nothing. There's your air. There's your Timmy. I should clip this for right now. It's going to be one of the things I have to turn on, because this guy's going to come back. Are we still on the way there? For real? Oh. Oh. Who saw that? How many people saw that? How many people noticed that thing I did or didn't do? Alright, and this is not backing up at all. We're probably going to need another one. I don't know. Don't look at that either. I need more whales. Let's go fill in. We're going to have to do more transport for that. There's nothing to do about it. I should have put them in separate places. I should have had a thought for how far out we are, but I did not have that thought. So we're going to have to do something more complex, and it's going to be fine. It'll work, kinda. It'll work a bit, I guess. Maybe it would have been better if we would have made this in Factory Center and then shipped it out. Though it does save one whale. So I guess maybe that's not what we should have done. Anyway. You are right there. You are right there. And then you are right here. And I want you to do exactly what your buddy over there is doing. However, there's going to be a catch. Oh, wait. Then another circuit condition. An anti-sync measure. Be 10 seconds. Alright, go. Go and be strong. And I'm not so worried about this guy. There, drop. And drop. These guys start cranking. And we're making the yellow dextrine one at a time. That's kind of hideous. Anyway, this is now... Probably shouldn't have hooked that in quite yet, but this is now ready to go. What's next? It was a long block right there, but now it's done. Jig concentrator. How many of you do we need? We've got 14 here. We're dealing with 140 a second. And we're going to need the exact same number here. And we're going to need shale oil. This is a lot of shale oil we're asking for. I think I am going to go and rework things when this is all finished so that all biofluid creatures are one tech tier lower, because we need chorecocks right now. We just need them because of the size of the base. So we should have been making them when we were making Huzus, and we should have been making Huzus when we were making Gobachovs, and so on and so forth. You all understand how that works. So anyway, again, now we're making final concentrate. And I just want to point out how non-final this concentrate is, because there's another one right behind it. How this can say that with a straight face, I don't know. So we can only do 6 in a row. It's kind of harsh, but it falls within the realm of things. Oh, we're not going to have enough room for these guys then. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And they can't be sped either because of what they are. Uh-oh. I have not thought this through. Alright, so we're just bailing on previous plans. We're bailing on all ideas of balance and symmetry. And we're just going to throw down 10 of you. Or 12 of you. And then we're going to do 2 rows of this, and I guess our friend, the cubers. And we need a lot of these, too, unfortunately. I guess the cubers go right here, and there's just nothing for it. So not only are we building too big, we are also building badly. Let's go get a whole lot of blue centrifuges. Hopefully they exist. And then let's go get red jig concentrators. I usually just stumble across centrifuges, which tells me they're towards the center. Like, there's stuff going in a circle. That goes in a circle. Is that the right kind of circle? Do we need a different sort of circle? Alright, I give up. Now I just take it to this level. It's right over there. And I am... It's right next to alien life. Problem is I didn't see where I was. Right there. Alright, these guys come with me, and we don't have nearly enough. So I guess we deploy reds for right now. Even though blues are just manifestly better. I guess that's what we're doing for the moment. And we're just going to be grossly inefficient, is what I'm going to call it. We're going to need more filters. That's coming. Yeah, that's enough for us to go. And now we need jig concentrators. Another way to move material in a circle. Let's take that and be happy. And we'll finish off the last part of this. We'll turn the machine on. We will experience brief sensation, not of joy, but of a somewhat dimming of the suffering. Final concentrate. That's not the final concentrate. Just messing with me. All you guys have to point in, and in. And we're doing this. At least this is another liquid-liquid transformation. That does help. Alright, good. Okay, so now we do it on the other side. Literally just flip it around. Just hope for the best. What's nice, though, is it's a liquid-liquid transformation. And the byproduct, we already know how to get rid of. Right there, and done. And I haven't decided what to do yet, so don't do that. And this is going to be a giant bottleneck, and this isn't being made very well. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Do you hear me? Why does it all seem so blue? It's Mark III, yet it is so blue. What's this look like? I guess it's just really blue. That's the exact same building. Do we not have different models for these? For different tints? Huh. That's actually something to look at. And then you go up to a purple one. A purple one is likewise the exact same. Is this a mistake? Here, I'm going to make a note for myself. Check jig concentrator graphics. So I get the feeling that this is not using the right one. This is clearly a Mark III graphic, but maybe the tints aren't there. Maybe it's waiting for me to do. You know, there's always stuff for me to do. All right, that's all done. That's all done. And we have to get our out product, which to be fair, to just be completely honest with you, I have lost track of. So this is the 5 in. Good. 5 in. There. 5 is now in. Shale oil is now in. Will be shortly. Hopefully my functionaries are bringing it as we speak. Okay, all that's good. That is not good. Not good. You are not lined. You are not good. There we go. Okay, that's a line. So that's both of our ins. Right? And that's added in right there. And that's done. And that comes down to here. And this gets done. And now we need tailings to be gotten rid of. And that's super easy. Because we have tailings right up here, right? Right there. So all we have to do is make a line for it, as is our habit. And straight down, and then tie in. Okay, perfect. Okay, tailing's now in. And now we have our next level product that we have to worry about. All right, we are completely done, except we have power problems. So let's finish off this side of the block. You're going to get moved. You're over here now. I hope you work just as well over there. If not, adapt. Does that cover everything? Will it? No, it won't. No, it won't. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so we try that instead. This is a pretty good job for today. Admittedly, we had the plan in place for yesterday. So now we have to do this. And we're not doing Mark IIIs because we don't have enough of them. So what do you need? The Dark Soul of Antimony right here. And you are slow. Real slow. So just 2 ranks as much as we can. 2 liquid in, 2 liquid out. So it's like one of these and then one of these. Just like we have been doing. So flip, flip, and horizontal, horizontal. I guess we try to leave beacon space in the middle. That would be best, honestly. That would be by far the best outcome of this. So I guess we do that then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then just hook it together like so, and then we'll hook it together like so. And that leaves space for a mighty beacon in here. And we are going to need it because these are centrifuges. Okay, so it's good that I managed to think ahead for once. And it looks like this is going to be more or less exactly the level of space that we need. All right, how many of these can I shove in? It's not going to be enough. It's not even a full 10 on these. Like, you got to move. You got to get way back. You're not there anymore. I kind of want to move them full across. You'll see what I mean. I kind of want to break ranks and go right there. Because we need more of them. We need a greater footprint. So pick up all of this. And it's going to look awkward, but the space will be used. And that is virtuous. Kind of want one more square over. Oh, that's not lined up. That is not virtuous. That is shameful. And this is a lot of gigawatts being placed down. I guess it kind of was right in the right position, huh? All right, right there. It looks goofy. It is goofy. It suggests a lack of planning, a lack of discipline. However, this is what we're going to do. And then just everybody needs efficiency mods just for power purposes. Gotta make sure helium is still going. Okay. Okay, did I clip these things? Of course not. We can make this work. And we have how many of them? 16 in? It might actually be a decent ratio. But we will see about that. It is, once again, nice to be doing just liquid-liquid transformations. Okay. Okay, good. This is suffering incarnate, but we're getting closer. So, we need to bring in our product. And that is this stuff. And that's best brought in right here. Just tap it in. This is not supposed to be beacon space right here. I don't think, anyway. If it is, I'm going to have problems. And then we take the final concentrate and make the dark soul of concentrate. Okay. Okay, there's a logic here. I don't understand it, but I recognize that it exists. And we take, and then we get, why did I hook up the output into the input into the output? Like, admittedly, that's going to have to be like that no matter what. And this will probably do this then. Okay, so those are now hooked together, and that's good. And so now we just have to get beacon space, not beacon space. If this is not beacon space, it's in the exact wrong spot. All right, we try again. Try again right here. Not beacon space. And that's not really any better. Yeah, we're just going to have to do this normally. All right, that's fine. We want our product, which be right here, come down to right here. Excellent. All right, so we have input, and we've hooked together output at least. Not to the point where we don't have to think about that anymore. Now we need other input, which is how much water? Just basically nothing. It's just here to mess with me, essentially. And that can be found right here. There's your pressurized water, good sir. That's your pressurized air, excuse me. Never mind. Never mind. Flush that, it's not real. That is pressurized air again. I know we have pressurized water up here. We don't need hardly any of it. So right there, to right there, to right there. Good. There we go. That's all the pressurized water you're going to need. And the final concentrate, which isn't final, by the way, comes in right here. And then we just have products out. First product out is obviously tailings. And tailings are super simple to deal with. We just come right there and right there. It's all discipline breaking down. No one is in charge here. No one knows what's happening. There's no commanding officer at this post. Why aren't you hooked up properly? Because you are not. All right, and now we have to get out our actual real product, and then we bring it to an end right here. And we need, if these are 16, then we probably need like 12. All right, that's fine. Whale, hello. Should probably make it in line with that one, but that guy's in a bad spot, so can't do that. Right there. And once again, we fill our inventory with molybdenum. Not a problem. We know how to get rid of it by now. We are highly skilled molybdenum distributors. I can feel it. I feel like we're closing in on an accomplishment today. So we're going to be doing something like this. Here, let's... For one, we don't need this. It's very simple. Mr. Whale has a very simple plan. You must go get food. And then you must go get filtration media from the far away. From the very far away. And it's... Okay, I missed. I thought it would have been right here. Oh, it is right there. I didn't miss. I was just blind. Alright, go. Go do it. Then... This is all just a tangle. This was not thought out very well. It's good to see this is done, though. Alright, so that's all good. That's all good. We're all good here. And this is super simple. It's just, like, vacuum it out, friends. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's really quite simple, isn't it? We want in and in. And that's going to be filtration media. And we do you right there. We do you right there. And then we want out and out. So we want H, 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 H. Then out and out. And then you can see what's about to happen here. Everyone knows how this is going to end. Like so, I suppose. We'll leave more space. And hopefully I shouldn't be saving this block for something. Because I'm clearly not doing that. Boop, boop. And you're ready to go. And this is it. This is really close to being it. Boop, boop. And there. And that's as much as we do. Is it overbuilt? Yeah. Am I even thinking about the proper number to build anymore? No. There are no ratios here. There are no rules here. This is just me throwing down stuff almost as fast as I can. I could probably go faster. Probably could go a little faster. There, sure. Put the pile on there. It's awkward. It knows it's awkward. It's fine. Right, that's good. Oh, I didn't put the pipes down. That was a little unfortunate of me. We're going to have trouble because of the choices I made with that thing right there. The outpost. I'll make it work. Did I not copy the most important part of this? Okay. Okay. Alright, so now we need the dark soul of Antimony. That's right here. We have to drag that north and find a way to get it in. So right here, further up. I believe we have a problem here. Well, we have to do a curly Q for one. And then we have to come over and down again. Oh, there's just no good way to do this. Or rather, I have strategically eliminated all of the good ways to do it. One by one, hunted them down in their beds at night. Okay, good. So that's now all hooked up. This is all hooked up. Now we have to transform, I think, all of this. All of this has to go to the new recipe. Oh, it looks like this is now properly done. So we want it on the outside, which is good. Let's hope I'm doing this right. We're going to have to move in on the center here soon. Alright, that puts in... Oh no, I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have picked up... Here, it's not time yet. I mean, it's going to be time real soon. It's almost time o'clock, friends. But we will see. for now. Deranged muttering increases. Sure. Now we have to get ourselves on the other side of that belt. That's going to be a little bit of a trick, isn't it? So, cursed belt weaving. And then down on this side, and then up. There. And we have charcoal briquettes for everybody. Alright, so we are almost ready to turn this on. We have to pull in all of these briquettes. Specifically on this side, right? Can I do this? Can I align myself at the perfect pixel? No. Well, yes, I can, right here. Yeah, this should work, right? Or am I pulling the wrong side off? As evidenced by the fact that this side is getting smaller. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's now just a cycle for which we should stop the cycle. Briquettes for everybody. Briquettes for everybody. Alright, we're almost ready for the great switchover. We're going to leave... No, we're just going to pick it up. We're going to handle it by hand. Then we're going to turn this back on again. Who wants briquettes? Who's hungry for briquettes? Everybody? No. At this point, no one is hungry for briquettes. No more briquettes, please, sir. I am full. And we can prod this step, and maybe we want to. So we'll go over that as well. These guys all need to be remade. You all need to go to the new recipe. Every last one of you. And this might be a mistake, so I guess I'll leave the superstructure in place as much as I can. There. And what's needed now is just for everything to turn on. So no one is accepting any liquid shipment. So that gets turned on. That's already on, right? We're just waiting for me to bridge this gap right here for the show to begin, right? Alright, there we go. Processing happening down here first because we don't have any of the other stuff for some reason. Don't know why, not going to think about it. You are doing this really slowly. Really quite slowly. We're just going to let it go like this for the time being. We're going to see what happens. That's sloppy, but it doesn't matter at this point. Alright, who's going to jig conk first? With making final concentrate. Yeah, the great lie. And this is going to back up because these ratios are all off, and I don't care. Maybe I should have put in another row of these somewhere. Maybe they have to be blued before everybody else. Maybe I need to put better speed on all these. I don't know what's going on. And in fact, I take offense to anyone even asking me. And this takes 50 seconds, which is going to be even worse with considering how slow the base is going because of activities. I suppose it's twice as fast because it's in a speed 2 building. Still slow. They all kick on. So slow. Alright, we can just let this go. And then we'll have the Dark Soul of Antimony. If it seems like we skipped half of it, it's true, we did. It's because I think all of the two pulp. No, it should be coming over here now. Oh, I didn't hook it up right. That's why that's going. Alright, so we've got 2 speeds happening here, unfortunately. So these guys are not lighting up. Why? Where's your 2? 2 never got in. Well, that's super sloppy of me. I got to this point and I never went any further. Tragedy unbound. Now we've got this situation here because of the pylon. Two in is from right here. So let's see if we can just hit that mark. There. Now you guys are going? No. Okay. Now you guys are going? Yes. Okay. And then we just kind of switch gears. You guys are going. And you make one at a time. So we're gonna... So we have the highly purified Timmy right there. And that's gonna go forward. And we will check back in. Because this is now chugging. You will be chugging shortly. And then this is just waiting for more low concentrate. It has the grease for right now. That's going to be where the problems come from. Grease consumption. It's been like that for a long time. Oh, this makes pyrite. Oh no. Oh no, I missed that part. I literally looked right past it. Well, luckily we can fix this. I don't want to watch this part for right now. Or not. I guess that's not happening for the moment. Alright, we gotta fix this pyrite issue. Oh no. How much pyrite do you make? Very little. Good. Because what I need to do is something like this. This was always the plan. If you would have read the plans, if you would have attended the meeting, you would have seen this being the end goal desired as per specifications this entire time. This is not, in fact, any sort of ad hoc development in production sort of situation. No, this was always going to be like this. Ha ha ho ho. No, you are the one who is shaming the company, the organization, your parents, anyone who has ever given you a hand in your life. Yeah, that's on you, not me. Okay. So we picked up a lot of Timmy ore. That's great. And we have to set an example for the machines. Luckily, we don't need anything else. Why is nothing running down here? That's a really that's an intense kind of question, isn't it? There, we have pyrite, and we have a pyrite collector. Let's go look around before we attend to that. Has anyone... No, not yet, of course. Let's get rid of this stuff in our inventory, and then zoom back. Who wants ore? Everyone loves ore. No one ever says no to ore. Okay. These guys are going? It's so hard to tell. We're getting some. We have one product finished, so that's dumping that all down into this then. Which maybe is working. It's really hard to say. What are you missing? You're missing kerosene. Because we don't have this. Right there. Now you're jigging, right? No, it's a grease table. Alright, we're going to have to get a guy to take care of that. Don't worry. I acknowledge. Okay, here we go. Here we have product entering the system. Maybe even the first product. We might have caught up to it. We want to see this work now. This is one highly purified Timmy into 25... Alright, come on. Don't be a dick. It's 25 each. And we can prod it. I kind of feel like getting a whole bunch of blue furnaces and turning the prod up here. It'll be a long episode. That's fine. And then just having to never think about this again, basically. Let's take care of this, though. I am going to go get blue furnaces. And then try to make some level of prod work. I want you... Okay, I want you to go right here, and I want you to fill your cargo. And then I want you to take that to Pyrite Heaven. This is waste pyrite. We have that as a concept, right? We do. So dunk it in right there. Okay. Good. So that is now going. That is now going. This is now mostly all going. Why aren't you venting? We are kind of stopped. Ah! Aha! Aha! We see it. We see it with our meat eyes. Alright, good. Good that we noticed that. It's pumping out here as hard as it can. It doesn't make that much. It will catch up. And we're at 20% here. So these guys are all going. So here's our bottleneck right now. And I guess this is the actual for real bottleneck. Don't talk about that though, right? Yes. And the dark soul of antimony is what we don't have enough of. And so when we come up to this point, most of these guys are idle. I guess not. These guys are not idle very much. It's very strange to see. Anyway, this seems to be going super well. We're even getting some on both sides. Let's go get some blue oxygen furnaces. Let's go get a bunch of them. Or at least one row. And then try to work out that first row. And try to expose the concentrated Timmy to prod somehow. And then we'll be done for the day. And we should take some measurements and see how well we're doing. That's going to be enough, I think. It's so nice that I have them just in stock. Just beautiful. So we want, no, this thing we did. We kept this. So we're just going to upgrade you guys. Your power use is plus 100%. In fact, we gotta turn this down a bit. We have to reach, you're at 15 megawatts of solid power. That's the bricks. And this is going to put you way down at, oh, okay, wait a second. We can't actually do this. We have to lead from the front, right? That is getting this right here, right there. And then you are double efficiency and 5-5'd. So you have all the efficiency in the world here. So we add in 1, 20%, and you are still down at your limit, and add in 2. And now you are more than your limit. And it doesn't matter because we have to speed it as well. So we should go do that right now. Grab this guy. Drag him down. I think you're probably going to be a 2-2. A 2-2, yeah. Maybe even a... So that's still not doing so great. But this is workable at the moment. And it's speedy. And it's going at faster rate. Okay, so what we do now is we copy you, we put you down, and you do the almighty 4-4. That hits all these guys, and you are now back at your limit. So add another one, and that it's going plus 20% power draw, minus 52% speed. So I guess the last thing we have to do to really ram home our purposes here is the 3-3, which must go somewhere. Now you're going at less power draw, less speed. You're making 5 a second. Stop complaining. I'll get to you. Don't worry. What did the old style ones do? Like this made 2 a second, 3 a second rather, and this made less than 1 a second. So, okay. How best to do? obviously right there, right? So we're only going to get... I kind of want this to be a 3-3 now. That's just as good. Then you need to be a 2-2 then. Then you're going a little faster and you're eating twice as much fuel. And twice as much fuel in this context means you're eating fuel without having any efficiency mods associated with it. I suppose we can put in the final one. Because why not, right? If we're going to do this, go all in. Okay, yes, and I'll plug you in. There we go. And now you're going double power, normal speed, 40% prod. I'm not sure this is necessary. I'm not sure I'm doing good or ill here. I guess this is what I'm doing. Right there. Yeah, you'll get your power. Don't worry about it. So what's our problem here? Is it these guys down here? Specifically this guy? No, specifically these guys. Let's just yank them up. What else are you getting feedback from? There's your 4-4. There's a 4-4. Oh, the 3 is too close? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So move the 3 over there. And it doesn't look like we have enough to keep even this busy, so... Well, also they're not prodded properly, so... Let's start with 2 layers of this and let it just spill over. And every once in a while we'll come look at it. You know, kind of shake our heads, go, well, this... I suppose I did know this was a possibility. Why are you catching interference? It's probably from these guys then? Alright, everyone's online now. These guys are super slow. No, they're just super expensive. Whereas these guys are... How are you down at your limit? Oh, you're not being sped. Ah, yes. That. So if I move you to try to catch all of these, we can do that right here by picking this and moving that. And then cutting you out and placing you right there. And it'll catch all these guys, and we're just missing those 2 on the end, and I think that's probably fine. And then these guys are going faster and being more expensive, and I don't know. This is different, but this is probably a success, right? So this system is going... Let's look at our inputs. This is now thumping along. Can't get rid of the Timmy Pulp 2. And is that... No, it's because we can't get rid of it here either. It's being upgraded. Maybe I need to burn some of it. Don't really like that idea. So it's moving forward full speed here. Maybe it's just backed up. That could be very well be true. But if it would be backed up, we would be seeing these go faster. Maybe we just need circuits to kick in somewhere. And it looks like these guys are just never getting used. Sometimes this guy's getting used. Why have they stopped? Do they just come in waves or something? All of this appears to be working. All of these guys appear to be working. These guys are working, and here at the bottleneck, these guys are all working. I would love to just turn all of these blue, but we don't have enough centrifuges right now. We're putting them down in too great a bulk. And speeding them is probably not worth it all too much. I suppose it doesn't have to fight with prod, so... Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. Let's get lost in my own factory. Let's take these two, which represents about a gigawatt of power. I guess we can't throw them both down because of space constraints. So the 5.5 should go there, 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 and there. Now you're ultra efficient. And now if I come right there, I suppose, and I put in like one of these and one of those, and it's a 4-4. We're still down at our limit, which is good. So let's increase. Now we're double speed. We're at triple working speed, double power consumption. So that's not really what we want. But maybe I can make it work with more. I don't really want to. Alright, so now we're at double speed, and that's good all on its own. And it's down in its limit. This might actually be moving the bottleneck to right here. Or moving the bottleneck over to here. I'm going to have to just watch this. It won't be on stream when I do that, though. Alright. This definitely looks more like more antimony. Let's take a look. Oxide. I better see a big spike here, buddy. And I'm not really seeing that. Well, it's still building, it looks like. So we're up at like 4.5. It's still building. It's still building. So we're like 4.5, 5K a minute. In the before time, it was half of that. Oh, doing all this, it is not enough to simply double production. It's not enough. I have to come back here and speed module a lot of these guys, wherever there's a bottleneck, and just get more throughput. This was a good idea, though. Costly power-wise, but we're still holding, and very costly power-wise. And then I can put in even more speed with blue ones eventually, and then this is going to be the bottleneck. And I have to look up and see if these graphics are actually real or not. Maybe I can tint them myself. It's not that hard to do. They have to have different sheets. Okay, I guess they don't have to. They really should, if they're following the pattern established by the other buildings at all. Anyway, I think we're done here. For the moment, I am going to declare victory over antimony. I don't know where the bottlenecks are in the system. I don't know what I should be caring about. This was hacked together very poorly. This whole system. It's out of sync. We're going to hit limits. Not sure where they are, but we will hit them. And right now, this is the bottleneck. And we just have to let this churn, because I get the feeling it's dealing with backup. Yeah, the final concentrate is completely backed up. The final concentrate. No, it's not. It's the dark soul that's the concentrate. That's right. If I pull you, you're still at your limit. If I add one of you, you are using a little less electricity and moving a little bit faster. That's not worthwhile. All right, there. We're fine. We're fine. We did good today. We accomplished one major task. Here, let's check it off our list. Our list, which grows every single day. More diamonds has to be next. We have to deal with that. We have to deal with this. But this is now done. And we have all this to do offline. I think this is now done, and it just needs me to go inspect it. I think. Oh, and the Xeno upgrade's almost done. We'll have that next episode. Oh, we have to write that down. Upgrade Xenos. Because that's another bottleneck we're facing. Hopefully the last bottleneck. Okay. Alright. That's it. We're done. Solid play session. We accomplished goals. We can feel good about ourselves. We wired up 4 city blocks together. That is not trivial. Have we made my bots? Please? No. We're still waiting for diamonds, is what we're waiting for. So this goes in waves. And you need cooling system. Cooling system up here is coding. Coding is right here. Coding is here. And coding is waiting for... Oh, there's someone coming. We could also increase prod on coding. That's an extra 20%. Yeah, you dumped and you ran. So you are going to go back and you are going to go get more diamonds, specifically diamonds, and they're out. So we had a delivery, and it's not enough even to satisfy the whales that are waiting. So we need more diamonds. Oh, it looks like we've stopped. Why? We have all these additives. Do I need a... We have to just look over diamonds. I have to get direct lines of all the additives, like right here. This is exactly what we need. I need to stop whining, and I have to bring in a full line of this and probably this. Because I think they're used in equal quantity. No. No, it's not equal. But I definitely need to bring in this line. Alright, let's write that down. Direct line for aromatics. And I'm kind of shocked at how many diamonds we need. You know? How are we doing on tech? We are full up on tech. Everything is going well. Looks like we need a delivery of Pi 4. And if we go look down there, looks like it's just not going. Okay, great. Do we have all the materials? No, we need biopolymer, and we don't have it. Biopolymer should be a solved problem. Oh, we need nanozymes, right? Yeah, and these guys are Xeno eggs. And that's the thing we're going to be doing next episode. So don't cry for this. What's going on here? Oh, you're backwards. Okay, that was wonderful. You're backwards too. Okay, all the rest of them are good. And are you proddable? No. It's really sad. Alright, and this needs more Xeno eggs. Yep. Needs more eggs, and we can take the upgrade we're about to get. Let's review that one more time. Xeno upgrade. Just look at it again. And I'm pretty sure if this prod and speed multiplier is on the actual paddocks themselves, then this is by far the best. By far the best. The requirement for hydrofluoric acid is not enough to hold this back. It makes so many more. Look at that. 30 eggs. It's times 10 on production. No, I will happily do this. Maybe I should stage the hydrofluoric acid first. Here, let's write that down too. Stage hydrofluoric first. No problem. And then we have this. We feed in a dingrit. This is in the repo center, and this is in the repo center. So we have a bunch of ways to do it. There's a slow way to do it, which is not using Xenos. You feed in a dingrit and some materials, and you get eggs and a lot of pelts off that dingrit. Don't ask how. But then if you do it the normal way, with adding Xenos in, it's just so much better. It is, you no longer need fish, you no longer need bones, just the moo and hydrofluoric acid. This is just better. And if this also triggers on the buildings, this is glorious. And will definitely solve all our Xeno problems. Anyway, let's talk about today. Let's talk about what we did today. Oh, I should have pushed the wall, shouldn't I? I've been lazy about that. I guess it doesn't matter. It's all firming up. Hopefully this is all the final territory for the factory. We'll see, though. What am I doing? I'm finding my level. My level is right here. Right here and right here. Print screen. Print screen. All right. What did we do today, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I don't think we did much. I think the only problem we solved was with the robot, the construction bot Mark III dinosaur, which was not programmed correctly by someone whose identity is completely unknown. We'll have to figure out who that is. We're going to have to launch an investigation. Anyway, after that, we put in all of antimony processing right here. And this takes us all the way to peak antimony processing, and this is pretty much all we're going to get. So hopefully this works. Right now it's making about double what it was before, which is not... I was hoping for more than that. I really was. I'm not sure how to interpret everything I'm seeing with these buildings put up, but this is not my finest hour right here. This is just a facility tacked on to another facility, and it's best effort all the way here. We'll see how it goes. I am not... I don't know. Tomorrow we turn our attention to Xenos. And then we also have to address diamonds again. Maybe we do diamonds first and then Xenos. We set up the hydrofluoric request at Xenos and then turn our attention to diamonds. And then maybe one day we'll start making actual progress again, and we will start making pieces of intelligent unit. There's only 1 million of them. It's going to take a block about this size, I think, about this, in order to make intelligent unit. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but it's going to be really complex. Anyway, I am now done. So thank you very much, everyone. I will see you all next time. Bye, buddy. Bye, 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 bye.